Hey geeks, welcome to another edition of Geek Culture Unboxing. Today we have NECA's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles quarter scale figures. So now we finally have all four figures. For those of you that joined us at Alamo City Comic Con this year, you guys saw Raphael and Donatello in person, out of the box. You guys got to see the detail, the sculpt, the texture of the figure. A lot of you were impressed. We got a lot of feedback for that. So Leonardo came out last month, Michelangelo just came out this month. We now have all four turtles, and we're gonna go ahead and unbox these two guys so that you guys can see the whole team. So let's carry on with that. So the first thing, let me get my lazy Susan out. The first thing that Diego is adamant about us pointing out is the tie-ties. They can be a pain in the butt. Let's see if they're, how easy we can cut it. There's one. There's two.
Everybody look at poor Rach. She has to untie them. That's the annoying part. Then you got the tape, as you can see.
All right, so we now have all ties off. I'm just gonna kick those off to the front. And Michelangelo is face down, somebody call EMS. Too much pizza last night, Mikey? All right, there he is by him. Oh, wow, check it out. They've got a rubber band around his neck. That was for his bandana. So there you go. And you got an actual cloth bandana on all of them. So it's sculpted and then it leads to cloth. So that's a very nice touch, NECA. Mikey's very stiff, so we'll work with him to pose him. His accessories include, gotta open it up. We've got his nunchucks, of course, a bag of pork rinds, fake, you can't open and eat it, a slice of pizza. Pretty much every turtle has come with a slice of pizza, and then Mikey has got a total of 1, 2, 3, and the four different pairs of hands for you to pose him with.
Poor Rachel's still stuck on the tie-tie.
This is why Diego was adamant about the tie-ties. Watch yourself, Rach. Here's one. There you go. And you see me back here working with the joints, trying to get Mikey bendable. Working those joints, Mikey. That bottom tie-tie?
Merry Christmas,
So for all you, there you go. Mikey's taking a twirl on the Lazy Susan, and why is that important? Well, he was doing good for a time. Is his stability. You know, look, I got him going around several times on a Lazy Susan, and he's got pretty decent stability. If you go any faster, of course, I'm going to lose him. You see the other two, they're sitting there already posed. So that's something you always look for when it comes to large scale figures, is you want to make sure that they're not so heavy that they tilt over. And here we are working Leo's joints. Unfortunately though, I don't think the turtles are balanced enough that they can do a kick. No. And we're not going to take all the time, but look, there he goes. So there you have Leonardo. You're working on his swords.
Yep.
And Leonardo's accessories include 1, 2, 3, again, 4 pairs of hands, a slice of pizza, his katanas, and the can of ooze. And Rachel will have that out momentarily. There's one katana. There's a second katana, and we need that can of ooze. The one thing we won't break out for this unboxing is we won't break out the hands. Then we'll have 8 different pair of hands for different turtles, and I don't want to get that all mixed up. So there's that can of ooze. TCRI, radioactive material. And again, biggest thing is just noticing them on the Lazy Susan. They go around and around. They've got pretty good stability. They've got some nice articulation. What you fans are going to love about these turtles is the detail of the sculpt. And here we have the entire team of turtles unboxed, displayed for you, the fans, to see. Our cameraman will get in close so that you can see the texture on each of the individual turtle. We may turn them around so you can see there's a slight difference on the back of each one's shell. But the most important thing that Rachel and I were discussing as we were posing them is where would we have Kevin Eastman sign each one of these turtles? Initially, I was thinking on the back of the shell, but then for Donnie, Raph, and Michelangelo, I'm thinking maybe on his belt. And Leonardo, it's going to have to be a shell because there's not enough belt for Leo unless you put it on the front part. Yeah. Having said that, that was another thing that we pointed out as we were setting them up, is that we dislike how Leo's belt goes across his lower chest. It's about sternum on Leo, where we feel that the belt should go lower. So there's a design flaw, if you would, on Leo.
It's high on
Donatello as well?
Yeah. Where on Michelangelo and Raph, it's lower.
So see, the Mikey and Raph have the belt where it should go, and Leo and Donnie is a little higher on the chest. Maybe that's something that NECA can look at going forward to improve so that everybody's uniform.
Well, part of that too is these two have the straps going back.
But there's also a difference in that. Donnie's got a solid strap that goes to his back. Leo has a dual strap. Which is, what were we noticing about that? Oh, the nunchucks. Yes. So if you notice with Michelangelo, the rope that's holding the nunchuck, each piece of chuck together, is 2 ropes instead of 1 solid rope. So that's something that I dislike, because I feel that, you know, in the actuality of it, he wouldn't have that. That would cause problems in a fight. So that's one flaw on Michelangelo. The rope is 2 instead of 1. The other thing was, we were having a hard time getting Michelangelo to pose in the same pose that you see in the box, where one hand's holding the chuck up here and the other hand's holding down. We're having a heck of a time. We'll keep messing with it, but it wasn't looking good. So we were having a hard time posing him the way he's posed on the box. And the reason we bring that up is, hey, when you sell me something, it has to be able to recreate that pose. If I can't recreate that, why do I want to buy your product? So that's one thing. We were talking about opportunities. So on Michelangelo's nunchucks and Donatello's bow staff, it would have been a very nice touch if they had actually been made out of wood, treated so that they don't splinter or rot as they go on. I know NECA's probably at home saying, hey man, it's going to cost you a little bit more. Retail consumers are already paying $115 to $130 per figure. So if it costs us $2 or $5 more for real wood, I'm fine with that. Same thing with the katanas. There are customizers out there for statues that actually go and make metal katanas for, you know, people for an extra price. But it would be nice if we could get it from the manufacturer like that, or maybe
the size.
The size, yeah, anything that has metal. Or you could make that an exclusive. Maybe that could be the San Diego exclusive, if that you get real metal weapons, real wood weapons. There's an opportunity right there. What else do you see, Rachel?
And that makes the exclusive more worth it. Like we were talking about exclusive earlier. I don't know, I know Diego brought up that he doesn't like Mikey's smile, but I love that they captured the different expression for each turtle.
I concur.
That rings true to their character and how you saw them in the movies.
I concur. What else are you noticing about it?
Well, I mean, since we've done the other boxings, it's the texture, the paint job. You see the scales on their skin. You see the veins in the sculpt. You see the little spots with the paint job, the freckles on Raph. It's those little details that really push it up. That's
interesting you brought the spots, because I noticed them before, but recently I had sold a collection of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, the figures, the 3 or 6 inch figures from back in the 90s from the movie, and those were very different than the classic ones that had no spots. They had texture and they had the spots. So, you know, the fact that you bring it up, these are very movie accurate. We will say that. NECA's doing a great job. If you have yet to hear, NECA will also be doing this scale of Foot Soldier, Shredder, most likely Splinter, but what I'm excited about, they haven't announced it yet, I'm looking for Rocksteady and Bebop. I am not complete unless I got Rocksteady and Bebop.
You don't think, since they're doing the movie versions of it, it wouldn't be Rocksteady and Bebop, it would be...
Oh, it was Toga and Razor.
Tokar, yeah.
I really don't want those guys. Really, honestly, NECA, I don't want them. I have to have Rocksteady and Bebop. I mean, that's why the franchise didn't do much more after that. Everybody wanted Rocksteady and Bebop, then we wanted Krang, we got Toka and Razor, and we never got Krang.
Yeah.
The only character that I want from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Super Shredder. I need to have regular Shredder, and I need Super Shredder. And he's gotta be big. I mean, this guy better be 24 inches or bigger. He better look like the movie.
Super Shredder.
Yeah, and you know, $175 for that, I'll pay $175. $200's pushing it. So, what else do we want to point out about the... I mean, it comes with the ooze. I'm sure all of you saw that. It comes with the ooze. And then Rachel was pointing out as we were unboxing, this isn't sculpted. It is an actual plastic bag. No, it doesn't have pork rinds in it. It's got styrofoam in it, but it's really cool that you got this little plastic bag full of pork rinds.
It's a small touch, but it's nice.
It's a nice little touch. Chicharrones. So again, in comparison, as I was telling Diego, as much as I wanted to have the Sideshow Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles statues here, the original ones that they released, so that you could see a comparison of which one compared to this one, it's a lot of work and effort on my part to bring them all over here, pack them up, bring them over, unpack them, repack them. So I will just give you my spiel. I have the Sideshow collectible turtles.
Yeah.
I have them signed by Kevin Eastman. They were my turtles for the time. Now I have these. Am I going to get rid of those? Most likely not. Why? Because I like the pose that those are in, plus they're signed.
Those are the ones on the rooftop, right?
Yeah, the ones on the rooftops. But these are great. So I have 2 permanent sets of turtles in my collection. The Sideshow originals and these. There are other turtles out there for fans to consider. There's a new Sideshow set which is a little more detailed. I kind of lean more towards the movie accurate one compared to that one because it's got this unique style to it. There's the Prime 1 movie figures. Now what you need to know about that is on the Prime 1, they're about the same size. Not the same texture, but the same size, same kind of sculpt. They're posed. You can't pose them. These you can pose. You're going to pay $500 each.
Wow.
For the Prime 1 Studio ones. Same size. These are $130 each, and you can pose them. They have interchangeable hands. They have the weapons that you can put however you want. So that's something to consider. Do you want the turtles, you know, all posed in a set for $2,000? Or do you want the ability to pose them the way you want, and you're going to spend $400 to $500 on these depending on where you get them from? Something to consider. So again, we're looking forward to the Shredder and the Foot Clan. I've got some exciting news on that coming up. Rachel, you have anything else you have to say?
No, I mean, I love these figures. I grew up, I watched this movie, well, all of the movies, a million times, and they're really movie accurate. You see how much detail and how much work they put into it.
So, were you able to? Would you add these to your collection?
Yeah. If I had the budget in it that I could spend, you know, just for that, I would definitely pick these up.
Right? And there's some cool collectors out there doing some really great dioramas. I saw one the other day where he had the sewer diorama from the movie and the guys in there, and it looked really great. So, what's the exciting news I have? Well, if you're a fan of geek culture and you've been to our booth, you know we do the best giveaways you've ever come across at a convention or pretty much anywhere. So, this convention that we had in 2017, we had these guys up for display. Now that we have the set, you, the fans, will have a chance to win this entire set of turtles, and we are working to get them signed for you by Kevin Eastman before we give them away. So the next time we do a convention setup and we're doing our fantastic giveaway, keep in mind, as long as you're a fan of the culture, meaning you're subscribed on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, you're subscribed to one of those channels, you're automatically eligible to enter our giveaway, and you can win these turtles. What's even more exciting than that? As NECA continues to release characters, the Foot Soldiers, the Shredder, maybe Rocksteady and Bebop, if nobody wins this set the next time we do a giveaway, as we add those, you get to win that whole set. So by the time that, you know, Shredder's out and the Foot Clan and maybe Rocksteady and Bebop, if nobody's won these and those have come out, you have the chance to win 8 quarter scale collectibles from us here at Geek Culture. All you have to do is follow along, be a fan, be a geek. You increase your chances to win. Thanks for joining in. We'll see you geeks next time.